Hi Maker, I'm Angel of FleeceFun.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make these cute animal hat patterns. There's a bunch of different variations and it's just fun and cute. Now originally when I made this pattern forever ago, it was called the Halloween hat pack, hence the Halloween theme, but honestly this is something that can keep your little one snug and cute all winter long. For this project you will need the following. While all these hats look different, the items needed to make them are very much the same. Please note that these patterns are designed for fleece. They will not work with woven fabrics that don't have stretch like cotton. You will need 1/3 yard of fleece, 1/8 yard of contrasting materials for pieces. You might need 2 colors depending on the style of hat you're making. Fleece Fun's free printable pattern that's available at the end of the post on fleecefun.com. And sewing essentials, scissors, pins, you know, that sort of thing. Alright, now that you have all those items, we're going to get started, and we actually have a few different versions that we're going to be working through here, but you'll start to kind of see the process and how it works with each one as we go. Step 1. Assemble and cut out the pattern. Now the cat hat and the bear hat are very similar. I'm just going to show you the cat hat here and how it works. Pattern assembly instructions can be found on fleecefun.com. Cut out 2 of the fleece hat pattern in the desired size. Then cut out 2 of the outer ear from the same fabric. Then cut out 2 of the inner ear in contrasting fabric. In the example, I chose pink. The big secret to the ears is pinning them correctly. I'm going to show you how. Step 2. Begin to pin and sew the ears. This is the trickiest part of the pattern. Taking the exterior and interior earpiece, put right sides together. Line up the top center of the 2 pieces. The exterior is larger than the interior by design, so your ear will have a nice outline. Next, line up the exterior bottom corners of the piece and pin. This will cause the back to bubble. I like to use a lot of pins to get this right. Now, pin halfway between the top pin and the bottom pin. Finally, pin halfway between the middle pin and top, and pin again between the middle and bottom for a total of 9 pins. This is how it will look on the front and back. Sew the ears together, leaving the bottom open for turning. For a baby hat, use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. For a child or adult, use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Repeat for the second ear. Trim the top points of the ear so it will turn nicely. Snip slits in the side seam allowance to help with turning also. Turn right side out. For the bear ear, top stitch a seam in the center of the ear if desired. For the cat ear, turn each bottom corner of the ear in, pin and baste, and stitch down. Or you can just turn part of the ear. It's up to you to decide. Now you can fold the ears a couple of different ways. Totally up to you, whatever your preference is. Step 3. Place the ears and make the fleece hat. Now I found it easier to baste or tack on the ears before you sew all the layers together because you're dealing with so many thick layers of fleece. It's just better. Always make sure you baste those on first. Place and pin the ears where you want them to be on the hat. 1/3 of a way down seems to work well. Since it's several layers of fleece to sew through, I found it's easier to baste or sew on the ears before sewing the rest of the hat together. Now that the ears are basted on, sew each side of the hat using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just so you know, it's really helpful to go slow when sewing through several layers and lengthen your stitch so your machine won't skip stitches. Alright, from here, once you've got your ears basted on, you're just going to put the other half of the hat pattern on. We're going to sew the sides, and it's the same as the basic hat pattern from here on out. Step 4. Sew the V shut. Hey, can you do me a favor and just go ahead and hit that like button for me right now? It's hard work, designing a pattern, filming the pattern, then, editing the thing and putting it up on the internet. It's a whole process. And that little like, that little click from you goes a long way to help out my channel. Really do appreciate it. Now that you've sewn the sides of the hat, it's time to close the top. The V refers to the dip at the top of the hat. Take the bottom of each V on the top and bottom and pull them so now the seams you just sewed are touching. Or fold the hat in half so that the seams you just sewed are touching. Pin the V on each side closed. Sew one seam along the top of the hat, closing the V on both sides. This is similar to a boxed corner. This will make the rounded top. Step 5. Make the brim. Next, turn the brim edge under 1 inch, more or less if you like, and pin in place. Sew a zigzag stitch over the edge of the fabric all the way around. In the sample, I've used contrasting thread so the stitching is obvious so you can see it. But when you use a similar color thread, it is hardly visible. Snip a few slits in the curve of the hat to help it lay nicely on the head. Then cut any loose threads and turn right side out. And that's the cat hat. Alright, so that's the cat pattern. Let's move on to the dinosaur or dragon pattern. Step 1. Cut out the pattern pieces to the fleece dinosaur hat. In addition to fleece for the horns for the hat, you'll need a small amount of polyfill to stuff the horns. You can also use fleece scraps. The pattern pieces needed for this hat are the basic hat template and 3 dragon or dinosaur plates. Cut both out of the pattern piece for the desired size of fleece hat. For the dragon hat, to get the right amount of dragon plates for your hat, take the pattern pieces and set them along the hat pattern to make sure you have the amount that you need. Now, if you want to do 5 or 6 plates, it's totally up to you how close you want them together. After doing it a couple more times, I kind of decided I kind of like how 5 looks. But again, you can design it your personal preference. Step 2. Sew the spikes to the dragon hat. Sew each horn together. For a baby, use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. For children and adults, use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sew the 2 sides of the horn, leaving the bottom open for turning. Trim with scissors close to the point of the horn. This will give a nice point when turned. Turn the horn right side out. Push the fabric so you have a nice point at the top of your horn. Now, to get those to stand up and look really good, we're going to stuff them with some batting. Stuff each horn with a bit of polyfill or fleece scraps, making sure that there is a finger's width of space at the bottom with no filling. This will help with sewing it on later. Now you're going to make sure that you stuff them firmly but have enough space at the bottom for the seam allowance, about a finger's width. Step 3. Finish assembling the fleece hat. Now it's time to bring the hat together and sew the sides. Place the horns on the right side of the fabric as pictured. Pin in place. Then baste in place. This will make it much easier to sew together. For the dragon plates, be sure that you leave a 1/2 inch space before and after the V to make sewing the hat shut easier. Place the other side of the hat, right side facing in on top, sandwiching the horns. Using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, sew each side of the hat along the curved side before it dips into a V. Be sure to leave the bottom, the brim, open. And again, from here on out, it's pretty much the same process. Sew the V closed, turn under the brim. Step 4. Sew the V shut. Now that you've sewn the sides of the hat, it's time to close the top. The V refers to the dip at the top of the hat. Take the bottom of each V on the top and bottom and pull them so now the seams you just sewed are touching. Sew one seam along the top of the hat, closing the V on both sides. This is similar to a boxed corner. Step 5. Make the brim. Next, turn the brim edge under 1 inch, more or less if you like, and pin in place. Sew a zigzag stitch over the edge of the fabric all the way around. Snip a few slits in the curve of the hat to help it lay nicely on the head. Then cut any loose threads and turn right side out. For the Viking hat, it's very similar, just the horns on the side. I'll have a more detailed tutorial, but honestly, if you kind of see how this comes together, you can see how the Viking hat comes together. All right, let's move on to the apple and pumpkin hat. And they're pretty much the same hat, just the stems are a little bit different length and the leaves are a little different on each one. The assembly is the same on these hats, and the only difference really is the shape of the stem and the leaves for each hat. Other than that, they're exactly the same. Step 1. Cut out the free pumpkin or apple fleece hat pattern pieces. For the apple, you need 2 of the stem and 1 of each leaf. You will also need 2 of the hat pattern and the size that you desire. The pattern comes in size baby to adult. For the pumpkin hat, you need 2 of the pumpkin stems and 1 of each leaf. Cut out 2 of the pattern pieces for the desired size of the fleece beanie hat. Because the patterns are so similar, I'll be demonstrating with the pumpkin hat, but the steps are the exact same for the apple hat. All right, we're gonna make that stem. We're going to just sew around it, stuff some polyfill in there so it stands up. Step 2, make the stem for the pumpkin hat pattern. With right sides together, sew the stem, leaving the bottom open for turning. For baby and child, use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. For adult, use a 1/4 inch. Trim the corners and snip slits in the curved sections in the seam allowance. Turn right side out. Then, stuff the stem using polyfill or fleece scraps, leaving a finger's width at the bottom, not stuffed. So on this hat, we're actually going to sew the sides first, and then when we sew the V shut, that's when we'll put in all the elements. Step 3, pin and sew the sides of the fleece beanie hat. Using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, sew each side of the hat, the long curved side, to the point before it dips into a V. Make sure to leave the bottom, the brim, open. Step 4, sew the V shut. Now that you've sewn the sides of the hat, it's time to close the top. But first, we are going to place the stem and the leaves facing down into the hat in between the right sides. This way, when you sew the V shut, you will also sew the stems and the leaves. Place the leaves on either side of the stem. Fold the hat in half. Pin the V on each side closed. Sew one seam along the top of the hat, closing the V on both sides. This will make a rounded top. This process is similar to a boxed corner. Step 4, finish off the cute fleece hat. The hat is finished by turning the brim under 1 inch and zigzagging over the edge, and then turning the hat right side out. And that's it. And that's it. It's a bunch of fun, cute variations on a fleece hat. The pumpkin hat looks adorable on toddlers in a pumpkin patch. I'll just be honest. It looks awesome. But all those other hats, like the dinosaur and the cat hat, those are hats that you can wear all winter long, and they're fun. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos just like this one. If you like this pattern, I have several more fleece hat patterns on fleecefun.com that you might enjoy. I have a puppy pattern and an owl pattern and some other variations on that hat. I also have a different shape of hat that covers the ears. So if you're looking for something just a little bit different, check it out over there. A bunch of different hat patterns just for you. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss another tutorial. And let me know in the comments below, is there another animal I should do? What do you think?